I have a book in me.
This is my friend, my brother.
Thank you, Kelly and Oliver.
I'm a multi-award winning best-selling author.
If you want to start a new business, I suggest you write the book on it.
God woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and I wrote a book.
Some of you got books already. Some of you got novels already.
The lead generator is the book.
You write a book, you leave a legacy to your children.
And I hope you guys listen to these guys so they know what they're talking about.
What's up, everybody? I'm the publisher, Mr. Kelly Cole.
I'm the writing coach, Dr. Oliver T. Reid.
Yo, welcome to Books-N-Brothas podcast. What's up? We're here for another week. We're making it happen. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Muttering through, riding through, sputtering through, jumping through, whatever, getting through.
Are you quarantined yet?
No, man, I'm actually working, man.
They making you come in the office every day?
Yeah, because we are one of the units that is like a support for homeless individuals experiencing homelessness. So we're like the last line of defense. So we're in extra emergency mode, extra care mode, extra provider mode, and strategy mode right now in my county.
Got you. Oh, so you got to get it in, like you said.
Yes.
I've actually quarantined myself, not by choice per se. So they canceled the last 10 dates of my son's tour that he was on. I shouldn't say canceled, they postponed them and rescheduled them to August. I was actually headed to St. Louis this past weekend, and I had just booked my hotel and everything, getting ready, packing my clothes, and I got the call that they postponed it to August. So that sucks. I had already booked my travel arrangements for New Orleans. That is no longer. So I'm trying to get my money back from the flights and all of that stuff. But yeah, man, it's crazy out here, man, with this virus, man. Prayers out to all of the people that are being affected, man. All these NBA players and just everyday people being affected by the virus, man. And everybody, man, be careful. Wash your hands and follow the directions of the doctors and stuff. So, but yeah, bro. So what have you been seeing in your area or in your line of work?
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people. We do have a lot of cases in Northern Virginia. Really, like everybody else in a state of emergency. So I've been seeing a lot of people who are afraid, a lot of people who are unsure. And there's just been a time of, man, just really like, where do we lean on? What do we look at? We don't have the facts. And so I know, like, in my line of work, I've been seeing a lot of people who have just a lot of questions, and stuff has been changing every day.
Yeah.
Because I'm out of city government, local government, state and federal government. So
Yeah.
we're getting stuff passed down. Basically, as soon as we come up with a plan, we got to regroup to do another plan. And so it's one of those things where, the kids here are out of school for almost a month and a half.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things. And I have family, and I can sympathize with those who are maybe listening or be viewing this, that my family's dispersed all over.
Right.
So we got, family in Chicago now. We got family in North Carolina. We got family, overseas. So it's just one of those things where, even though I'm not quarantined, it's like everybody's spread out.
For sure.
So it's just one of those things, man. And I've been seeing a lot of uncertainty, shelves empty, like everybody else trying to find toilet paper, just different items. So it's been one of those things where it's been I've never experienced this type of, I would say, sudden change in my lifetime.
Yeah, for sure. Same here, bro. I went to Walmart yesterday, and I don't think I've ever, I used to work at Walmart. I worked at Walmart for probably about 5 or 6 years. I've never went to Walmart and seen a complete aisle just completely empty. Like, I've never seen that. So yeah, it's crazy, bro, when you think about that. So yeah, man, you had a topic that kind of relates to, what's going on in the world today. Go ahead and share the topic, and then, just go ahead and jump into your first point.
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to kind of share tonight, our basic topic, I think is very, very fitting for what's going on now with coronavirus, is basically writing through uncertain times.
Yeah.
Writing through difficult times. One of the things that I will headline this with, and if you ever watched the movie Five Heartbeats, when he was going through a difficult time, I think it was Duck who was the writer, the character was Duck.
Yeah.
He was then somebody had said this to him. He repeated it later on after he went through. He said, "You write your best work, not in good times, but in the most difficult times.
Yeah.
You write masterpieces." And so I'm believing God and believing, as I pray for this nation and the world, that there will be a lot of stuff that comes out. I was sitting and talking to someone the other day, and I said, "Man, I can't wait to see the songs, the artistry that's going to come out of this." And it goes back to what we said a long time ago on another podcast about Milk of the Crisis. I can't wait to see. I have some ideas. I'm sure you got some ideas, but just some things that just kind of come out of tragedies, come out of crisis. So the topic I want to talk about tonight is how to write through difficult times.
Yeah.
And I think that the biggest thing while we're quarantined is that you got time. You know, there was a lot of times where people felt like they didn't have time, they couldn't do it. Now we have people that are now days, weeks off work. It is that time to get your book done, but also to be able to write. You have material, you have feelings and emotions. So I would say number one is use those raw feelings and emotions to propel you to write. Because sometimes you got to search for it. You know how sometimes you're like, man, I got to discipline. But I think in this day and time, this hour, you don't have to be disciplined as far as writing. You got ideas in your head.
Right.
So don't let that moment pass or get mundane. Because what I find out sometimes that when certain things start to happen at first, we're so intense about it. It just begin to be the average. So I'm just encouraging people tonight with point one to use what you have inside of you, the fuel, the feelings, and gravitate to write those things down or get those things on paper.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's a great idea. And what I thought about as you were sharing that first topic is I think about those people who, you know, if they had already written their book and had another income stream coming in, or, you know, if they had already started their book, but yet can do a part two or continue the trilogy or continue to develop it before, you know, this tragedy hit. Because it's best, like we both know, man, it's best to be prepared, you know, for an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So just imagine someone who had inspiration to write a book about crisis. What about that person who already, you know, have lived through, you know, different, you know, tragedies or things that have went on in the world? How, you know, God laid on their heart to write a book of how to be patient or how to be calm in the storm. And think about that person who didn't write the book. God told them to write the book, and here's a perfect opportunity where people are going to be looking for answers to their problems, you know, solutions to what's going on. And here you are, you didn't write the book. And someone could be a movie producer or a TV producer, could be on Amazon right now looking for your book, and you haven't even wrote it yet. So don't let this opportunity, as my brother said, pass you by. Like, channel what you're feeling, channel your emotions. And if you know God has laid it on your heart to write that book, go ahead and get started. Like, use this time. Don't waste this time.
Man, I love that, because as you were talking, bro, my wheels were turning because I put something out today. I've been having a difficult time uploading what I really wanted to upload today, which is some videos about the game, the interview game. And I was thinking, had I not thought about that, because now people are having to face their relationship because I don't know if I'm going to see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to ask those questions. And I'm like, hey, I put a post out today. It let me put pictures, but some reason it's not letting me do video. But I wanted to repurpose those videos and to go back what you're saying, repurpose that material that I already had. And as you were talking, I'm thinking, dang, I got, you know, books on words from the low place, difficult times, prophetic blueprints, don't press fast forward, you know, pit masters.
The
GPS. Put those things down.
The GPS. Bro, and think about this too. Everybody is getting ready to be quarantined. Like, you have a game, you have something. Like, people are going to be literally looking for things to do, and here you are. You have a game that couples can play, and you know, and people can play, relationships. You know, groups can play together, game nights and family game nights and all that. Like, just think about if you hadn't created that product, you wouldn't be ready for right now.
Yeah, you know, I always keep them handy. One thing I'm always doing, I always keep them handy, man. Keep them near me. Yeah. Because one of the things that's so powerful too, like you said, residual income. This week alone, I sent out several games personally where I don't have, with everything going on, have an admin assistant at this time or, whatever. I had to mail out games. People were buying it from California. People are buying the game.
Wow.
Now, and then a couple of months ago, I thought ahead. It hadn't been finished yet, but it goes back to what we always say. You ain't got to get it right. You just got to get it going.
Yeah.
Right. I actually had somebody work on a demo app. So when people buy the game now, I'm like, oh, you can also get the app. So you can play with people that's in another whole state, country, part of the world. You can do it. And even if it's a demo version, what if I would have waited and say, wait till I get all of it together? So great point.
What's so powerful about that is having the app and you can play with people, other parts of the country or other parts of the world. Like, bro, the majority of relationships nowadays are long distance relationships. Rarely are people meeting and falling in love and developing relationships in their same town. So, bro, like you said, we preach this. We practice what we preach. You don't have to get it right. You just got to get it going. Like, he jumped out there. He started. First thing he did was he actually got the game produced. Like, he has the game. Like, bro, tell them where they can get the game.
Yeah, you can go get the game right now at www.interview, that INNERVIEW, game.com. You click on it and it does, all you got to do is click. It'll show you everything you need and you can get it right away. And
like I said, don't play a game unless you're serious about your relationship. It
is definitely serious fun.
You can end up in some foolishness playing that game if you're not serious.
Right. So my second point is this, man. It's one of those things is you don't have to be bound by. One thing I love about writing, you don't have to be bound by the moment of sadness. Even though it's a difficult time, even though it's sad, what you want to capture and write about what it was like for life to slow down enough for you to value spending your time with your son. Yeah. Right now we got people that couldn't get the kids back to, we have people who share custody. Well, maybe it was a dad. Let's just look at the dad who may not have had the kid, but except he is at home and now the mom's at work and now he's able to be home with the child to get to know him. Or if it's a family unit, say now can really appreciate that time for us to sit down and eat together, because before we were running in and out. Yeah. And now nobody can really do that. We spend that quality time. Write about some of those sessions of what you're missing that you now have. Capitalize on what you have. I always say hold on to what's left. Because sometimes you're like, hey, I got all this stuff that's been taken away, but what's left? You got family time, you got whatever. Yeah. But let me back up to what you said. I was telling a lady now, man, she's awesome. She's a therapist. And she's working on some powerful stuff. One of the things she had was to tell us something about focusing on what's good. But had I been pushing her, and we've been pushing her to get her book out. Think about now, people can't go to their therapist. So she has a book that's coming out to show people how to do certain things around it. So if, being proactive, doing those things, but jumping forward, being able to appreciate what you have. So don't just get so consumed in sadness. Use that opportunity to see the good moments as well. Interview your children. Or let them interview you. Now you got help. You've already given them the blueprint, Kelly, in so many episodes, how they can sit down, record, and do these things. Yeah. This is a great time for you to do it.
Great stuff. So, powerful point, bro. Yeah, they can interview, like you said, interview their family, interview their kids, interview their grandmother. Like, if you're going to sit with your elderly, your grandmother or something like that, like, go interview them and create that content to promote for something else or to get ready for, your book that's around pain or survival. Like if you have some elders in your family, your grandmother, your grandfather, like I'm sure that they have lived through so many different things. Like they've lived through wars, they've lived through recessions, they've lived through slavery. They've lived through so many different things where you can be interviewing them, creating content to prepare for your book and even getting content for your book. So powerful point, bro. It's out there. Like, and then like you said, like different activities and stuff you can do with your kids. So for those who don't know, like I thrift a lot. Like I love going to Goodwill. I love going to Salvation Army. I love going to thrift stores. So I walk into the Goodwill and they have, I say at least 50 old board games, like from the 70s and from the 80s. Some of them from the 60s, right? I went to the lady. I was like, how much you'll sell me all of those games for? She sold me all of the games for 50 cents a piece. Okay. These are
Wow.
board games, bro. These are like big, like old board games. Like I've never seen them before. Like I said, they're from the 60s and 70s.
Wow.
So literally for all of these board games, I probably paid 20 something dollars, right? I had my daughter take pictures of them today to put on so we can put them on eBay. I've already sold 3. Now remember, I paid 50 cents a piece for them. One of them sold for $45. The one I sold for $30, and another one I sold for $35. I only sold 3 of them so far, and I haven't even listed. I've only listed 5, and I've sold 3 already. Why is that? Why is that a nugget? What are people are going to be looking for things to do while they're home? And for somebody who was born in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and grew up playing these games, this is nostalgia for them. So they're going to be looking for these things. Well, go ahead, bro. What's your next point?
Man, I love that point, and capitalizing on that moment.
Yeah.
My third point, you led me right into my third point, which is that basically you have time to research.
Yeah.
Why not come up with, all the stuff that's going on about the virus? Why don't you come, I was watching TV the other night, and they were basically, and I haven't been watching a lot because of all the negativity and all the different things.
Right.
That's somebody that also just try to stay practical as well, to stay busy and stay focused. And some of you, this is not included in my point, but it can be a part of the point, is stay focused. Stay focused on what God has given you, even though it may be raining and thundering outside, right? You can still sleep on it, or you can still sleep through it based on what you're focusing on. And the biggest thing that I started to see, bro, so I went and I was watching it on TV, and everybody been trying to get all the sanitizer, all of this, everything. So one of the restaurants in our area, I think in the DC area, it was a whiskey bar. What he did is come up with a whole formula. Google came up with a formal recipe how you could take his whiskey because people wasn't buying it. Because right now they're not getting out. So what he said is he turned the whiskey and transferred that over to a antibacterial hand serum.
Really?
That was holistic. So now people not buying his whiskey per se in that form. He took what he had and transferred it into a different form.
Come on.
So what was powerful about it is I've been focusing personally on this. Everything, because one of the things you said back maybe 2 podcasts ago about that was really a nugget for me, because I'm always learning from you, man. I'm always learning from this show. I'm always learning. What got me was this right here. I said, everything I do, I'm now doing a PowerPoint presentation for.
Yeah. Ready.
So right now I'm sitting there like, okay, I got a presentation. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, now I got the game, going back to whatever.
Yeah.
Give you an example. Now I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation about the game, so that my whole thing could be a game session.
Yeah.
Right there, right? So my biggest thing was like, what can I do? I'm not researching it because I already done it.
Right.
Like the guy said, okay, he understand what he had. He knew what people needed. So now people might not buy the game, but they may pay me to speak to do the presentation. They get the game in a different way. So when he did that, man, he said he's running out of it. Because 1, it's organic.
Yep.
2, it's a need that's being met. So now the people don't have to come in and sit at the bar. They can come in and buy. He said they can't keep it in stock.
Wow.
They're buying the hand sanitizer left and right.
Wow.
And he's shipping it on Amazon. He's starting to produce it where it's going to be put on Amazon. We're going to put it on another network.
So basically, what do you already have that you're not using?
Yes.
To turn into a book or turn into a product or turn into a service or turn into, because oftentimes, bro, we know, like I literally, if I could show you my notebook, I literally sat down the other day and I started listing all of my assets. And when I say assets, all of the books I've written, the courses, the products, like you said, all of the different stuff that I have. And when I looked at it, I was amazed because, like you said, I can take each one of those individual things and create a whole new market, create a whole new income stream just from it. So like you said, with the game, okay, you could take that game and that PowerPoint presentation and go to corporate, how to build that camaraderie, how to bring the team back together, how to boost the morale, and how to, do the team building to get the company back flowing and help the people get over the fear. Like, there's so many things that you can do once you actually go ahead and create the product, once you go ahead and write the book, once you go ahead and create the service. You know what I'm saying? Like, What are you not using that's already inside of you? Like, we have it. One of my affirmations I say every day, I have everything I need to make my dreams come true.
Man,
I
yes.
do. I lack nothing. Like, I have everything I need to make my dreams come true. So what's stopping me from my dreams not coming true? Focus, number one. Consistency, dedication. I'll just stay right there. Focus, consistency, and dedication. Those are the three things. So if you focused on your book, you're consistent in taking daily actions and daily steps, and you would just take the action. It's done.
Done. And now you have time. And see, the biggest thing that those are the things that and you have a ready audience.
Yep. Yeah, I got something that's crazy. Like you said, bro, I'm working on, I already had the book, Solomon Wealth Formula. I'm working on part 2, and I'm getting something because I've already put it in my head. I'm getting stuff every day for it. I'm just putting it in my notepad, Like, God is just showing me more and more and more and more and developing that more and more. And I'm like, man, this is powerful. And why is it so powerful right now? It's something that people need to hear. Like, people need to hear that they shouldn't be just depending on a job solely. They should be working on other things as well. I have no problem against people having a job, but you should be working on your stuff as well. You shouldn't give all of your time, energy, and putting all of your eggs in one basket. And I'm going to step out and say that's not even biblical.
Right.
Solomon didn't do it.
Nope. Right.
Solomon didn't do it. Solomon had multiple streams of income. If you want to know about the book part 1 is available. Solomon Wealth Formula. It's available. It's on Amazon right now. Solomon had multiple streams of income.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, the more we get in there, and we talk all the time, Kelly, about writing. It starts with writing. And writing is a form. We're still talking about writing in the different variations of the form.
Yeah.
Like we always say, a lot of times I realize there's any product that comes with, I had to write it down. It comes in my mind, but I have to write it down. Even if it's bullet points,
you got to,
or whatever, you get it, write it down. And it's like one of those things, once you write it down, then implement on it. And what I did, I said, okay, I pass it on to my assistant, like everything, boom, I'm passing on everything so that she can just say, hey, just turn this into this, right? Take what you have. We can't, one of the biggest things, man, that is so powerful is that you can't have bread without all the ingredients. You know what I mean? But the ingredients of itself won't give you bread by itself. You have to take something to transfer into something. Heat, grinding, sifting, rolling, kneading, the pressure of the different things that happens to you. So take this whole virus situation and come up unexpected. But guess what? People are still going to make the most of it, or you're going to have people that's not going to make the most of it. And one of the things that I always say, man, people got rich, people got wealthy in the Depression. People got wealthy after 9/11.
Come on.
Not in a bad way. People still did things during the Prohibition. So
yeah, bro. Think about that too. You just said something. People got wealthy during 9/11. People got wealthy during what? What was the last one you said? The Prohibition.
The Prohibition.
Okay,
and the Great Depression.
People got wealthy. The people during the gold rush, they didn't get wealthy by searching and digging for gold. The people who really got wealthy is the ones that sold the shovels.
Wow.
Think about this time right now. You can really get wealthy if you start selling the tools, you start selling the shovels, you start selling the answers, like how to survive, how to not put yourself in another financial situation where you're only depending on your job.
Yes.
Which is, the message of Solomon Wealth Formula.
Yeah.
That's the whole message. Like, how not to just depend on one stream of income. So I'm going to be flipping that. I'm going to be like, bro, it's already there.
Man.
Already done. Go ahead.
I would say this is so powerful, man. This is, I get excited about this because the other part of this is this. When you create multiple things, you're not limited when one door shuts.
No.
Prime example, what I mean is both of us are speakers.
Yep.
We can't go anywhere right now.
No.
We can't get in Northern Virginia or in Virginia, no gathering beyond 10 people.
Yeah.
And social distancing. So now social distancing is an issue, but guess what? Like we go back, the products can be shipped.
Yep.
Like you're saying now, Solomon Wealth Formula, which that book is fire. The way you break down Solomon, it's just amazing about the multiple streams and how he did what he did. And I'm not gonna get a book away, but they need to go get that because you can read that right now and get something out of it, even though you can't get Kelly Cole physically at your event. They can actually go and buy products and get the knowledge and then have time to really retain it. So that if you go back to what we're saying, if the product was created, because I was thinking to myself, I had to cancel 3 engagements. I was supposed to be in the Bahamas, couldn't go. I was supposed to do something on April 25th, cancel, couldn't go. Right? But at the end of the day, I'm still able to say, go here, go to this website, go there, virtually if I need to. I actually was able to go to the Bahamas virtually. Yep. And still do it. So it's all about putting this thing together, man.
Yep. So like using technology just to get it done. Like it's man. And then like you said, we already have the product. So that means we have the presentation. Like if you needed to do a virtual summit or doing a virtual conference, I can do that. Like I already have it done. My PowerPoints are done. The message is done. The book is done. Like y'all think I'm joking? Just pulled the book out today.
Yep.
The book out today to start going over it. I'm working on part 2. Like people need this knowledge.
Yes.
Wealth formula, the 7 principles to activating the wealth of Solomon in your life. Like, get it right now. It's on Amazon and it's on my website, mrkellycole.com. Like this book is powerful and it's timeless, bro. It's timeless. Like people going to be, for years to come, people are going to be talking about this book. And I still get testimonials with this book. So yeah, go ahead and get it, bro. All right, you got another point?
Yeah, I want to say, man, the last one I have for the night when dealing with this whole particular point is, and you hear me say this if you follow me all the time, no thing wasted.
Yeah.
What I'm saying about Corona, what I'm saying about everything else in my life, bro, is we don't know where death is. We don't know when the end is. But what I'm saying is this, I'm saying no thing going to be wasted.
Yeah.
That Corona hit, it's going to work for me.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean by that? I'm going to make this situation work for me.
Yeah.
Not taking the sensitivity out of it, not taking the feelings out of it, make it work for me. I'm going to bless people. I'm going to help people. I'm going to create things because no thing wasted. No thing in life is wasted. And when you have that mentality that no thing will be wasted, not one thing will, like, I don't want to waste nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to have anything now in this particular day and hour, bro, to where I don't want my sentence to be wasted.
Yeah.
I don't want my paragraph to be wasted. I want no thing wasted. So if this epidemic, pandemic, whatever is hitting the earth, then we were here. God created us to solve something. And you said it earlier, so what is it going to solve? And it's so much that I can't solve it all. You can't solve it all. 10,000 people can't solve it all. We're thinking about 7 billion people in the world. Yeah. So you're called to some of that 7 billion. You got an idea while you sitting at home, and even if you're working, because I know I'm working too, but you're still thinking about this situation, this issue. When you go to writing, I want you guys to really say no thing is going to be wasted. Like, I'm not wasting my time. If I'm in this house, I'm loving on my kids, I'm loving on whoever. If I'm by myself, I ain't got nobody, then I can write about what it is to be alone in the crisis. Yeah. If I got a house full, I can write about having a house full in crisis. If I got just me and my husband, I can write about couples going through it. You have so much time and so much material now. Yeah. It's almost like, listen, it's almost like it's a give me if you look at it from a different eye. Like, it's so much about this, almost like a given opportunity that you can do. Because we never know. And I always say, man, I want to die both full and empty. I want to die empty of ideas, not empty of ideas, but empty of that feeling like I should have done more. Right. When I get to that point, I want to be like, hey, I've done. Yeah. Like Paul said, finished my course, ran my race. Yeah. Yo, I can pass that stick to the next generation.
Yeah, bro. It's one thing that I heard you preach this before, where you talked about what's in the crumb is the same thing that's in the loaf. Did I mess that?
You got it. You got it.
Break that down for them.
Yeah, man. It's one of the things that I used to always fuss over when I was a kid. My mom used to say, one of us would get the spoon and then the other one would get the bowl when she made a cake. And I always thought of my sister, whoever got the bowl was getting more because the bowl was bigger. Right. But I didn't know that there was so much of the cake mix on the spoon, so much batter, that it was more on the spoon than it was in the bowl. Now let's look at the crumb. A lot of times we want the biggest piece in life. We want the biggest slice of the pie. Give me the biggest, but every ingredient is inside of each part. So whether it's a crumb or the loaf, every part has every ingredient.
Wow.
So whatever you get from what God gives you is more than enough to sustain you. Somebody else might look bigger, but your capacity may only be able to hold that particular crumb. But a crumb to you is nothing. Crumb to an ant is everything.
Yeah, bro. That's it. Nothing more to say. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Drop the mic, bro. I love that. Like, I love every time, I hear you talk about that, man. It's crazy. I want to leave these guys with a tip. Like, so if you're sitting home and you want, if you missed what we talked about, I want to kind of sum it up for you. Like, right now is a huge opportunity for you to create your book, create an ebook, create, write from, your pain, write from your milk, your crisis. Like, right now is the perfect opportunity to do that. And you need to be using your time in order to produce, because people are looking for solutions. They're looking for answers. So go ahead and write that book. Go ahead and write that ebook. Go ahead and create that course. Go ahead and create that product and use your time wisely. All right. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in this week. Like I always say, if you want to book us for an event, if you want some one-on-one coaching, both of us are available for one-on-one coaching. Doc is a writing coach. I'm more of a publishing and marketing coach. We are available, Books-N-Brothas@gmail.com. And also, if you want us to publish your book, same thing, Books-N-Brothas@gmail.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please share. Please subscribe to us and follow us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast at. Make sure that you're following us. Make sure that you're sharing this, especially you're getting some great content from us. Real soon, we're going to start having guests on the show. So make sure you're submitting your questions. So like on Instagram, shoot us a DM or comment on one of the posts. Send us your questions. We want to answer your questions. We love answering questions, so send them to us. Bro, you got anything else before we give them the quote?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. You don't have to get it right.
You just got to get it going.
All right, bro. Love you, man. Have a great
week. Peace. You too.
I have a book in me.
This is my friend, my brother.
Thank you, Kelly and Oliver.
I'm a multi-award winning best-selling author.
If you want to start a new business, I suggest you write the book on it.
God woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and I wrote a book.
Some of you got books already. Some of you got novels already.
The lead generator is the book.
You write a book, you leave a legacy to your children.
And I hope you guys listen to these guys so they know what they're talking about.